Hey guys, Jay at Product Performance here. Alright, I just want to do a quick one here. You know, we sell a fair amount of transmissions and get some really sometimes angry and irritated and just weird problems and questions. So I hope I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence with this, but I'm going to go over this. So, even if you're a super duper expert on everything, hang in with me for a few minutes here and maybe you'll learn something. And don't be embarrassed. Nobody has to know you watched this. Alright, so this is your shift linkage on a C6, and this is pretty typical. I mean, this could apply to a C4 as well. A lot of these transmissions are like this. FMX, Cruise-O-Matic, whatever. So you have a couple things here. This lever here, and Ford was, you know, one of the things that drives people crazy about Fords. They like to make a lot of changes. There's like an endless amount of these produced, so they're all different shapes. That's frustrating. This is your kickdown, okay? It just moves a small amount. And it's just supposed to be activated at wide open throttle only, not sooner than wide open throttle. Only at wide open throttle. Okay, this shouldn't be, you know, moving, you know, at pot throttle or anything like that. Just on wide open throttle. Anything less than wide open throttle, it's got to be off. Okay, so know that. And you don't have to hook it up. It won't burn up the transmission or anything. But it does two things. Number one, it'll kick the transmission down from third to second. Typically, it's your passing gear. If you don't hook it up, it may still kick down anyways from a vacuum signal change. But this will make it a lot more robust, if you will. The other thing it does is it delays your wide open throttle shift points. So if you have a unit you're complaining that the wide open throttle shift points are not late enough, well, you can, you know, if this is not hooked up, they're going to be a lot sooner without it. So that's important to hook up if you're wanting a late wide open throttle shift. If you don't care about that and you just manually shift it when you're wanting to really wind it out, doesn't really matter. So it won't kill the unit if you don't hook it up, but those are the two things you lose when you don't hook it up. Now, sometimes what people do is they won't put the lever on or anything. They'll, you know, there's a seal behind here, and if you take this nut, there's typically a lock washer, and then you have the lever. There's a seal behind here, so make sure your seal's in place. Sometimes what people do, sometimes the seal pops out on them. They don't even put anything here. They go, man, I got a leak. Well, okay, yeah, because you never put your kick down on. So make sure that's there. Now, if you're not hooking it up, some people, they like to put a washer on here or two and then put the nut on to keep the seal in place. But what happens is this. This should move free and independently of your manual select. You know, this is what moves when you move the shifter, okay? And if you look here, I want to show you, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a little bit of back and forth play in it. And like I said, it moves nice and freely, returns nice and freely. So what happens is people will put a washer or something here, okay? Now, if you move this lever all the way back into park, they put this nut and a washer on here to hold the O-ring or whatever. Well, they don't have this float. It doesn't fit properly. So what happens is, okay, you're in park, so use shift, reverse, neutral, drive, and this will move and engage the kickdown with it. So you got the kickdown engaged all the time. What this is going to do, it makes the shift points real late. And I've seen people do this, and it may be intermittently on and off. And this is why. So you can't just, you know, you can put a washer there, but you have to make sure you do it properly. It's got to be the right size washer and everything if you want to eliminate this. Okay? So be aware of that. You'd be surprised how many people do this move, and very frustrating. And they think the transmission's no good. Nope, it's that simple. You know, another thing, when I ship these units, again, because Ford had a different damn shift lever for every car and engine and transmission and whatever. They got hundreds of the damn things probably. So I don't typically have the one that fits your exact vehicle, more than likely. We try to find it for you if we can, if you request that from us. But anyways, what I normally do, because I sell mostly a lot of race units and hot rod retrofits and things, people typically will use an aftermarket shifter, and it has a little deal that clamps on into this area right here. Okay, so typically what I'll give you is what I call a blank. So that means this one actually is unusual lever. It's got this is the steering column lock and the shift lever, or vice versa, but I will typically cut these ends off so you have nice free and clear area to put that clamp on lever. So typically that's the way I ship them. I used to ship them without this, figuring you'd put your own on, but I had such a hard time from, especially shops of all things. They would say that, oh, you disabled the kickdown, you can't use it. Yeah, you just need to put your lever on, and then, nope, you disabled it. No, I didn't disable it, I just didn't put the lever on. And I've had this round and round, and it's been with a lot of shops. This is what blows my mind. Yeah, I know, I'm picking on shops again. I can't help it, because they should just know better. I expect this from a guy that never put a transmission in. I don't expect it from a shop, and I get it from shops. So anyways, I do try to put a lever on here. May not be the one that fits what you're doing, but at least I didn't disable this. But now the other thing I get is people say, hey man, something's wrong, the linkage is broken or something. Okay, why? What's going on? Well, it only moves this far. That is not your shifter. That is your kickdown. And yes, it's been shops too that say this. It blows me away. I don't know, guys. Go build another 700 or something. So anyways, so when I cut these off, so that you can put your aftermarket deal on there, they think that how am I going to hook my shifter up? Ask questions if you don't know. Don't accuse me of sending you something broken. Now that's not to say, the forklift or something can't run in here and break this lever off or something. That's a different story, but I don't send it to you with a broken linkage. So get that out of your head right now. These things get run, and I even check park to make sure the parking gear engages. So I'm not sending it to you with a broken linkage. You're just not understanding how it works. So that's just a little rundown there. Again, I apologize if I insulted anybody's intelligence with this, but this has been a very common question and concern amongst people. So okay guys, that's it on this one, and I hope that helped somebody out, and your secret is safe with me. I won't tell anybody you didn't know this stuff. Okay guys, thanks for watching.